Okay. Woo. All right. Let me start by just saying that life has gotten in the way of podcasting for me. A lot's been going on, and I know I've had a very crazy start to 2025. But also, so many things have shifted with me and changed. And it's like I come home and I spend time with Mr. Right and we make dinner and then we're doing yard work or we want to go visit friends or we want to go to the gym. And life just has really seemed to get in the way of me getting these episodes out to you. I am making a change because I was telling Mr. Right, listen, I got to get back in the game. I miss my Cravers. I miss podcasting consistently. And I'm making this my priority. What does that mean? I'm not going to miss deadlines anymore. And also, I have decided to challenge myself to podcast the next 5 days in a row. And I was thinking of just having them be little bonus episodes where, I don't know, I just speak to you about things that are going on, because I was telling Katina and Zach, I was like, God, there's so many things I want to talk about and share with my Cravers, but I never get my ass in the studio. And so it's going to be very low key, chill, very little editing, and just me speaking from the heart, but talking about things. Mr. Wright and I had a conversation about jealousy the other day, and I was like, wow, this is a really good topic, a really good thing to talk about. Or, new and exciting things that we've tried or things that I've learned. And I want to get back to just in the rhythm of podcasting. And so I'm going to challenge myself. Therefore, starting tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to drop an episode 5 days in a row. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sounds like a lot, but we're going to do it. Okay. And then we'll just get back into the groove, get back into the swing of things. I had Mai over this weekend and we recorded. So next Tuesday's episode will be with her. And I have some other exciting news. Mr. Wright has decided that he may join me on the show. Okay, so you guys might get, we'll see. It's funny because I just came downstairs and he was like, you want me to come down now? And I'm like, I think we're going to record on Thursday. So you guys are going to get to meet him. And I'm very excited about that. And we'll see what happens. Okay, let's get back into things. I have been dying to talk to you about planning sex, scheduling sex. Now listen, give me a minute. Okay, wait. Don't press stop. I promise you, there is a method behind this madness. And I know it sounds, scheduling sex or, making a date of exactly when. It kind of like loses the spontaneity. It's not spontaneous and it doesn't seem that exciting or fun. But let me tell you, scheduled sex, or what Mr. Wright and I like to say is we plan sex. It can be extremely sexy. Very, what's the word I'm thinking of? God, I can't even talk. It is the most amazing foreplay ever, okay? And I'm telling you, just hear me out here. Let's talk about planning sex. I want you to remember when you and your partner first started dating and you guys met, essentially you were scheduling sex. When you had a date on Thursday night or Saturday night, or, you would say, hey, come over. Like, that's kind of sort of scheduling sex, and you built excitement and you were, anxious to see them and couldn't wait to get it in. Think of it that way. One of the things that is kind of an issue for Mr. Wright and I is we have opposite schedules. And then when my daughter's home, it's really difficult to get it in. And it's been kind of a struggle. And a lot of life has been happening as well. And going through all I did with my dad and losing my grandfather, I told him, I said, hey, listen, sex once a week is not enough. I want to feel super close to you. And he was like, I agree. And so we started planning sex. You could say scheduling, but we like to call it planning. And the planning it just can be something as simple as, hey, Friday night, me and you, and then it leaves a little bit to the imagination. I'm going to give you some examples. A couple of weeks ago, I knew that we both had Friday night off and we were kid free. And I said, hey, I want you to get the swing out Friday night. And so all week I was like, oh, I can't wait to go swinging with you on Friday night. Or, oh, let's go play in the swing set. You know, we would like make little comments to each other, or in passing, I would say swing Friday night, don't you know? And it built the anticipation. It built the excitement. And we were both very excited. I will tell you that was one of our hottest sessions. And I remember we both like got in the car and we're driving to our favorite dive bar after. And he was like, I feel back. And I was like, me too. I said, I feel like the world is back on its axis. You know, we just like got it in and had an incredible session together and brought us closer. And it was like the buildup of it all, and then the act, and then the resolution. You know, we were just like, oh, so satisfied, and it felt so good. So that's an example. Another thing that I like to do is I'll send him a calendar invite on his Gmail. And I'll say, you know, me and you time, or edging session, spanking session, whatever I'm thinking about at the time. And he gets this ping, you know, in his email, and he's like, oh, and then you see it on your calendar and you like get excited because you're like, oh, Wednesday night, me and her. Another thing I like to do is I like to use our fantasy list. Like I said, we have a shared note in our phone, and I'll say, hey, I want to, you know, knock out this fantasy on Sunday. And that's another way to like plan it, schedule it, do it, you know, like get the execution going. Another thing too is I'll say to him, you know, tomorrow morning, I'm really, I want you to wake me up. And then even today, I actually sent him some really sexy photos, and then I was going on the way to the gym, and I sent him a note, and I told him what was for dinner. And I said, you know, what we were actually eating. And I said, and me and my pussy on a platter. And he was like, all platters sound amazing. But right, he's at work, thinking about it, coming home. He knows that, you know, I'm on the platter for him, and it's exciting, it's fun, and it builds the anticipation. So that's just a few examples that you can use with your partner to schedule sex. Let's talk about why it works. And I'm kind of like living proof, because we've been really planning a lot of events because we kind of have to with our schedules and everything. And like I said, what it really does is build the anticipation. So I'm thinking about it. Like I can't wait to get out of the studio, because that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm anticipating it, and I'm excited about it. It also improves communication with your partner like you wouldn't believe. So for instance, we're discussing what do we think we want to do on our event. We're sexting about it. We're texting about it. We're flirting with each other about it. And it opens up that communication. You know, little things like, hey, I want to get the swing out on Friday night. Or, hey, I want you to, there's so many different things. I want to put a blindfold on you. Or I want to have a spank session. Like that's something else I've mentioned to him. And so it just gets you talking about sex. And believe it or not, another thing that it does is it keeps things exciting. Right? Like, yes, spontaneous sex is fun, and you got to have that too. However, when it's planned and you know it's coming, you are excited about it, and you're looking forward to it. And it's something that you and your partner know about and are thinking about and can't wait to do. You know, I'll say to him, I can't wait to blow you tomorrow. Or I'll be getting ready and I'll say, hey, before I leave, how about a blowjob? And he'll be like, oh my God, he's all excited. And he'll come upstairs and be like, I'm ready. So it really does work. Planning sex works. I'm going to give you a blueprint challenge. Are you ready? I want you to try this with your partner. Seriously. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to pick a time, a date, and an event. It could be, hey, tomorrow morning, X. Friday night, I got dinner reservations here, and when we get home, we're going to turn the red light on and see what happens. Or, you know, I mean, it could be whatever you want. We're going to get out the swing. I want to put a blindfold on you. I want you to spank me because I've been a really bad girl. Like, think of things. Think outside the box and pick a date, pick the time, plan the event. Send them a calendar invite, okay? Then, once you do that, your next step is I want you to talk to your partner about it. You know, bring it up and say, oh, I can't wait for Friday. Or send a text, is it Friday yet? Exclamation point, question mark, fire. You know, those things work. They really do. It gets them excited. So add it to their calendar. Send them a text reminder. You know, put a note in their lunch. Can't wait for Friday. These little things, they work. So we are going to, remind your partner at least twice before the event. You're going to talk about it. And like when you're giving your morning kiss goodbye, or when they come home and they give you a kiss in the evening, you can mention it then, like, oh, I can't wait for this weekend. Or I'm really excited about our session. Or that swing is calling my name. Just think outside the box. Think about things you want to do and then build the anticipation for it. Okay. Once you do all of that, you're going to execute it, okay? I know sometimes life can get in the way, but it is like we are not distracted. We have a mission at hand, and we are going to execute it. And I'm telling you, it's really fun. I've noticed that we have been excited about planning other things. Hey, next week, I really do want to try that new vibrator that you got from Tracy's dog, or whatever, okay? So that's your blueprint. That's what I want you to do. Plan. Also known as scheduling sex with your partner. Okay, now I posted on Instagram this magic vibrating wand from Tracy's dog, and everyone was like, Adrienne, please do an episode about it. So let me show you my new favorite toy. I love a lot of their toys, and I'm very excited because guess what I got? A new Captain Morgan. I'm gonna unbox this on my show with Tracy's dog, which is Girl Meets Toy. I'm gonna have to send you guys the link for that so you can watch and see that over there as well. You can find me on YouTube. I unbox all of their toys and share lots of different toys, tips and tricks. So this is the Magic Vibrating Wand Kit on tracysdog.com. Don't forget you can use code Cravers20, that's CRAVERS20 to get 20% off. I first got this toy last year, and I really didn't think too much about it because I'm addicted to my P-Cat and my, Captain Morgan and Coco and all these other varieties. There's so many different toys. And my friend Mia, I brought it out with her, and she was like, I'm obsessed with this toy. It became her very favorite toy, and I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. And when I did, I have had some fantastic times with this toy. What I love about it is that it's made really well, and it just feels really well made, and it's very sleek and sexy, right? Also, it is so powerful and yet quiet. So let me turn it on for you. It's really not loud at all. This is the highest setting. You can it's not that loud, right? I've had some that are these microphone shaped vibrator wands, and I'm like, oh my God, it sounds like I'm jackhammering my pussy in the bedroom. But I absolutely love it. It has 10 different modes, lots of different things. I love the one that's like the build up and the build down. Let me see. Yeah, I like that one. It's like revving an engine. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off so we quit making the noise. But what's really cool about this wand as well is that it comes with 3 different attachments. Let's talk about these. If you're not watching on YouTube, you can go to tracysdog.com. It's the Magic Vibrating Wand Kit. I'm going to try to explain best I can for those of you that are not watching on YouTube. Okay, so it's a sleek black and gold sexy wand, and the head moves back and forth. Like I said, very powerful yet not too loud. And then it has 3 attachments. One is for anal play, and it fits seamlessly on this vibrating tip, and I'm not kidding you, the amount of vibration that it pushes out to the external accessory is insane. I'm going to turn this on so you can see it when you're on YouTube. It is no joke. It makes it a little louder, but that's a lot of vibe. And I was really shocked at how well that I was like, wow, that really does put the vibrating power out. So we have the first attachment which has 3 anal beads for anal play. Then we have, it's a tight fit on here. Then we have the G-spot and clitoral stimulation accessory. And it kind of reminds me of the OG of, Captain Morgan, but this gives a great vibe to your G-spot. And you can place this second little piece. It kind of fits and looks like the OG. And that can stimulate your clit. So a lot of fun that attachment is. And then last but not least, it's funny because Mia was like, what does this one do? Does it spin and slap? And I'm like, you know what? That would be really cool. But it doesn't. It looks kind of like a loofah. I guess you can use it like and turn it on, with your partner, or I was thinking like the underside of the head of the penis. That might feel really good. But this is really, this vibrating portion, it kind of like all comes to a head here, and it has like these like finger ticklers, and you can use it on your nipples or on your clit. So I have not played with this one yet, but I need to explore. And so just this wand is so versatile, and there's so many different things you can do. I really just wanted to share that with you guys today. So this again is the Tracy'sDog.com Magic Vibrating Wand Kit, and use code Cravers20 to get 20% off your entire order. You guys know I love my Tracy's dog. Okay, so like I said, up next, Mai is coming back, and it was so great to see her. It's been like a year and a half, and her and I are both talking about our growth over the last year, where we found not only ourselves, but someone that we love, and that's really exciting. We both have very parallel journeys. I'm a little bit further than her, but like just our journeys together of, being single and then totally cutting out the bullshit and allowing people, allowing love in and really being truly happy. And so it's a lot of fun to talk about. We talk about embracing your goddess energy and the tips and tricks and things that we did to cut the bullshit, really, calm ourselves down, clear our plate, focus on us, and then allow love to come in. Something I cannot believe I'm even saying still. Like, it's so funny. And guess who I saw the other day? This is so nuts. Mr. Wright and I were at the golf course, and we were coming around the back nine, and I saw Coach Reg, and he was like, oh my God, Adrian, it's so good to see you. And he got to meet Mr. Wright, and he was like, oh my God, like, you're in love. I'm so happy for you. And I was like, I know, the 10 man no more. So that was a lot of fun to see him. And Mai and I are going to be talking all about that. Do not forget, I'm going to be podcasting the next 5 days in a row. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this and that amount of editing, but that's okay. We're going to keep it real chill, like just keep it real and raw, just the way I like it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.